Hello, and welcome to another edition of True Audiofiles Vinyl Haul. This time around, I'll be going over what I picked up at the Vinyl Vault in Littleton, Massachusetts. Hopefully you saw the video that I did with the interview of the owner of Vinyl Vault. An amazing guy, an amazing store. If not, please go back and watch it after this video. I think you'll find it very entertaining. So let's get going with what I found this time around. Some pretty cool finds. First up is probably the biggest find that I got while I was there in terms of rarity or valuable, from a valuable standpoint, I should say. And that is the immortal Charlie Parker. Very cool album, came out in 1955, has Dizzy Gillespie and Miles Davis on trumpet on this, and it was remastered by Van Gelder, and it's on the original Savoy label. And I have listened to it, and to be honest with you, it had some distortion to it, but I'm not sure if that's mainly because I have a stereo cartridge and that's a mono recording slash cut. You know, they used a mono cutting needle. So I don't know. I'm not sure what it is. One of these days I'll probably get a cartridge specifically for playing mono records that is designed specifically for mono and see if that's the case. 'Cause I've noticed that I get some distortion when I play back mono records sometimes. Most specifically mono records that were most likely cut on a mono lathe. So anyways. Next up is a kind of a fun one, and it was cheap, so that's about the only reason why I bought it, besides the fact that I think it was just hysterical that he actually had it. For those of you that are huge vinyl fans, which you must be if you're watching this, you probably know who Michael Fremer is. So I actually found his comedy record, and got it for cheap, because he doesn't sell comedy records very well at the Vinyl Vault, so it was actually in great shape. Probably never been played, but I just had to have it for nostalgia reasons. It's pretty entertaining. So, all right. Next step up, or next one up, I should say, is Professor Longhorn, and this is Crawfish Fiesta. Don't have any Professor Longhorn. I've heard a Longhorn. What am I saying? Long hair. That was good. That might be needed to be edited, but we'll see. Maybe I'll just leave it in for kicks. But basically, yeah, I don't have any Professor Longhair. Just heard a lot of great things about him, and I kind of like Cajun music. Just don't know a lot about it. Just know that he plays it. So I was really interested to check this out, and it was only like 15 bucks, so I couldn't pass it up. And my guess is many of you who watch my videos know Melinda Murphy, and I'm hoping that she's watching this one. Hi, Melinda, if you are. I bet you that you are. And she's actually the one that turned me on to these, and I'd never seen them before, ever, in any shopping experience that I've ever had. And it just so happened after I first spotted these on one of Melinda's videos, I came across one, and that's an American Top 40 record set. For those of you who don't know what these are, they're basically sets that were sent to the radio stations to play for the Top 40 countdown every week. And this one was from 6/4/1977, right before my birthday, actually. So there's not a lot of awesome songs or songs that I'm a huge fan of in this one, but you know, some of the highlights are Spirit in the Night. We've got Sir Duke by Stevie Wonder. And you've got Gonna Fly Now, the Rocky theme. We've got Lucille by Kenny Rogers. Feels Like the First Time by Foreigner. So there's definitely some great stuff. Hotel California is on here as well. Jet Airliner by Steve Miller Band. I bought this because I thought it was going to have a couple of songs I really liked actually on the countdown. But they were actually right outside of the countdown, unfortunately. The sheet on here is basically the Billboard, you know, I don't know if you can see that, but basically the Billboard top, in this case, 68. And they were right outside of the top 40 that are going to be on this record. And, you know, basically there was Kiss's Calling Dr. Love and Boston's Peace of Mind that are right outside of the top 40. So unfortunately, I'm not going to hear those on this record or this record set. But really looking forward to it. It's going to be pretty awesome. All right. Next up, one of my favorites, John Coltrane. This is Crescent with, unfortunately, the recently passed McCoy Tyner, Jimmy Garrison, and Elvin Jones. I have this one as a high-resolution download, but I don't believe I have the record yet. And this is a early pressing. It's not the first, but it has Van Gelder's cut. He cut the record on this, so those are usually pretty good. For those of you who've seen some of my previous videos, there was a record show that I went to in January of this year where I got some white label promo jazz records, and one of them was this, which was Cannonball Adderley and John Coltrane. And I found this. This is actually a stereo version, not the white label promo, but a much cheaper stereo version, so I really can't wait to check this out. I think that one sounded amazing, but I'm a huge fan of stereo, and I'm hoping that this sounds very good as well, and maybe even better in the sense of having a cool, like you're in the room type of a sound, so we'll see. Next up, Miles Davis. A mandala. I think it's a mandala, I should say. I've seen this a few times, but every time I've seen it, it's kind of been in rough shape or, some other factor. So I was kind of glad to be able to scoop this one up. It's one of the few Miles Davis that I don't have. That is an official release, not just a collection of different things or whatever. But so pretty excited about that one. Next one, I already have a 12-inch UK version of this single, but this is a 7-inch, and it's an original 7-inch single of Iron Maiden. This has got Run to the Hills and Phantom of the Opera recorded live, I think in Long Beach. Well, one of them's Long Beach and the other one's Hammersmith Odeon. But cut by Wally, so those of you who know vinyl quite a bit know who Wally is. This one was cut by him, so excited to hear what that one sounds like. Next one is Queen the Works. I have kind of a semi-beat up copy of this, a UK copy of it. So I wanted to really get a nice clean version of this one, and I finally found one here. So pretty excited about that. Another one here is kind of a local ska band, Bim Scala Bim. If you've seen any of my other previous videos, actually that same video of the January record show, I found 2 of their albums there. First time I've ever found Bim Scala Bim, and now all of a sudden I found a third one now. And this one is Boston Blue Beat, so excited to check this one out. Next one is basically kind of pre-punk, but they kind of are the instigators or creators of punk, if you will, or one of them anyways. MC5. This one has Kick Out the Jams, which I'm sure if you know punk or hard rock at all, you know that song. This is a very early pressing. I don't know if it's a first, but I have a reissue of this, so I'm excited to check out a original copy. And it's one of the first ones I found that was actually in good shape, which most of them tend not to be. So I'm excited about that. And last one up on my list is Queen. Their first album, I believe this is, because it is just self-titled. I actually have a copy of this, but it is cracked. Didn't know it until I brought it home from Chicago, and I was very disappointed. I started playing it, didn't even notice it when I cleaned it, but I started hearing these loud pop every time it went around, and looked carefully, and there was a crack. So glad to find a nice, clean, early copy of that. Would love to get a UK version, but I'll take what I can get. So that's everything I got this time around. Nothing as exciting as the Rolling Stones box set, but still some great stuff that I'm excited to check out. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you like what you see, please subscribe and like the video if you liked the video. And if you want to know when I release new stuff, hit that alert bell. And I look forward to talking to you again. You have a great day.